Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. As you can see, I'm shuffling a couple knives and they are new CIVIVI knives. I've already taken them out. I've already checked them out. I put them back in the box. So those of you who haven't seen an unboxing of a CIVIVI can at least see what it's like to open one up. And we're going to start with this one at random. I hope you're having a fantastic day today, whether it's day or night or morning. And hey, don't forget, leave me a comment. Tell me what kind of day you're having. And hopefully your day will be just a little bit better because I'm sure to fumble up something. But this is going to be a CIVIVI. This is what the case looks like. It comes with all kinds of neat accoutrement. You get stickers and a really nice microfiber cloth and a little bit of doodadness, and you get the idea. All right, so this is what it looks like, and check it out. It all come with a very nice little pouch that you could keep your knife in. Oh, and don't forget the troll candy. You know, we got to have a little bit of troll candy, right? Now this one, oh, the colorway, the color scheme, the colors, they're Beez Blades colors. Would you look at it? This is the CIVIVI Sentinel Strike. OMG. I was going to say, oh my land. But oh wow, look at that. It just looks so good. And check this out. It has a G10 integral. No, it's not G10. It's FRN integral or integral. Check it out. It's all one piece and it's kind of sitting on top and it has the red aluminum. These come in red, gray, black, or green. So you have options, you have versions. And look at this. We'll just start right here. It has some excellent jimping up on the flipper tab. CIVIVI always does such a good job on their jimping. This is a button lock, so you can open it with the flipper tab, the button lock, or the thumb studs, or the thumb hole. You talk about multiple deployment, baby. And look down here, check this out. It does have a very minimalist glass breaker. So if you get in a little bind, if you find yourself sinking in a pond, you do have a glass breaker. And check this out. We have a reversible deep carry clip, nothing growing in the shade, no screws at all because it's screwed in back here. So you can reverse it. It's gonna look the same on both sides. This is a completely ambidextrous knife. And you ready to see this blade? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh yeah. Now look at that bad boy. That is some sweet action. This colorway is my favorite. Not just the fact that red and black are my favorite colors, but this just looks so mean. And take a look at this blade. It looks so good. And I was debating to myself whether it's PVD or DLC coated. I'm gonna guess PVD coated. It doesn't say on the website, but it kind of has the PVD look, which is physical vapor deposition. If you weren't positive what that is, that's where material is vaporized in a vacuum chamber and adheres to the metal or whatever material. So it does protect the metal. And speaking of metal, this is K110 steel, which is very nice, very, very nice. Some people prefer it, some people don't. And man, that is a long, pokey blade. But taking a quick tour all the way down, you have a full forward choil, sharpening for days. You can put chunky fingers in there. You're never going to have any problems with that. And then your button, let's see, does the button stick out? Just a little bit higher than the scales, which is not too shabby, not too bad. Nice and clean on both sides. Oh, I just want to take pictures of it. And a couple quick dimensions and a couple quick specs for you. From tip to tip, it's 8.6 inches overall. Your blade is 3.7 inches. The sharpen length is 3.25 inches. And it only weighs, are you ready for this? 3.5 ounces. It is very lightweight. It has a very good balance. And I know if you're a Sencut fan that you're thinking of a particular model, and I'll show you what it looks like next to that one here in just a minute. The finish is so good. It's spectacular. The fit, it is absolutely solid. No rocking up and down, left to right. It has a nice solid click. And the blade, well, what do you think? Do you think it's centered? Yes, it is centered. I'm gonna show you the action just after I show you this. My hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. And this thing, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's spoiler alert, it is extremely comfortable in the hand, even giving it the bee squeeze. I mean, it is so comfortable. This will accommodate an extra large hand, so you have all kinds of handle all the day. It feels so comfortable back here in this grip. And of course, you could really get up here. You could get in it to win it. So you have forward choil if that's how you prefer. And look at this. Oh yeah, utility cuts, draw cuts all day long. The form and function of this knife, I'm telling you right now, it is spectacular. And check this out. As far as the action, there are so many ways to deploy it. And that flipper tab, you can do it any way you want. Anyway, how does that fast food place? You have it your have it your way. And oh yeah, you can push button it. You can light flick it. You can open it with the button. And the thing I like about it is that I am aggressive when it comes to closing lock, we call those button locks, and it comes down and it stays in the handle, which is a major plus. It is a major, major plus for me because when they come and bounce out, then I have to worry about the timing. This one, it snaps down and stays in the handle. So that's huge. And the reverse flick, reverse. You can use that finger. I could probably use my ring finger. Yes. And I'm sure I could use my, what do you call that? The pointer finger. Hey, it's not point to polite. Yes, you can use that one too. And besides that, the thumb studs work spectacular. So any way you prefer to open your knife, you're ready to go. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are CIVIVI and Sencut fans that want to know what does it look like next to the Serene, because this knocked it out of the park. So there is the CIVIVI Sentinel, the Sentinel Strike, and there's the Sencut Serene. They have very similar action. They both suck into the handle like they're supposed to. The blade doesn't bounce out, but this one, I would say the advantage you get a little extra texture, and we'll give you a little texture vision real quick. You have that frag pattern. The frag pattern is soft. It's not aggressive. I like everything about this knife. One thing I did notice, it does have a very steep grind. It's not shallow, and you can see that there's not a whole lot of grind to it. By steep, I mean like this as opposed to shallow. Kind of like me. No, wait a minute. Am I shallow? No, I can't get over the blade. I love the blade shape. I love everything about this knife. These run 85 doll hairs. I will have links in the description and in the comment section where you can check this and the next knife out, which we're going to get right now. This is a version of a knife that a lot of people wanted, and it was made by We, and now they've made a budget version of it, and we're going to check it out right now. Same accoutrement, same case. CIVIVI always comes through with the nice stuff. I just like that word, accoutrement. Are you ready? This is the CIVIVI Vision FG. Would you look at it? Just look at it. It's a sneck tan design, and it is pretty neat. The locking mechanism is very, very nice. This bad boy has Nitro V steel with the super lock. That is the super lock right there. I'll tell you about that here in just a second. It does have a deep carry, reversible clip, and that may or may not be something that I want to tell you something about, so definitely stay tuned for a couple minutes from now. But giving you a little bit of texture vision, that G10 has that perfect texture. And you can also, there's like 4 different versions of these, and you could get the micarta, the really nice looking dark green micarta, and I believe there's a white fancy version. It costs a few bucks more, but you ready to see this blade? Pow! Right in the kisser. Yes, I love the aesthetics and the looks of this knife. Overall, from tip to tip, it's 7.85 inches long. It has a 3.5 inch blade, a 3.1 inch sharpen length, and it weighs 4.4 ounces. So it is not too bad. And I'm guessing that the micarta version would weigh less than that. Taking a quick tour from one end down to the other, this one kind of looks like DLC. It could be PVD. It doesn't say on the website. I'm kind of surprised over that. You do have plenty of forward choil up here. You can sharpen that and never have a problem till the cows come home. And going all the way down, you do have some holes. Some folks like the speed holes, as some people call them. Some folks don't. I mean, you know, if you're in a windstorm, it's going to help you with stability, right? Just kittens. And this is the cutout where you can reverse that clip. Reverse. And this hole, the way this locking mechanism works, if you look right here, you see this notch at the bottom of this lock. There is a finger coming out. You see this hole right here? That hole being this. At the bottom of the lock is a finger. Like it looks like this. It goes right in. So when it locks, it has complete lockup. This is a very strong lock. It reminds me of another brand that has an extremely strong lock. And look at this. If you like to fidget, this is a fidget machine, and the thumb studs work spectacular. If you want to do a little bit of reverse flicking, you can. There's not a ton of room underneath right here to get your finger, but you know, a little bit of practice, you get used to your knife, you can reverse flick almost any knife unless it has a crazy detent. And actually, if we could get up in here and get enough light, yes, if you look inside here, this is exactly what I was describing. See how this comes around, it comes down into where the hole is, and then you can see this locking into position. So there is your locking mechanism. This is what it looks like when you hold it up, you pull it up. That is pretty cool. So you do have a little window where you can see that you have full, complete lockup. I do love the top locks like this. Now, when it comes to ergonomics, it does have plenty of room for my large size hand, but I would say it depends on how I'm holding this knife. If I'm choked up and not doing too heavy a work, the pocket clip's not gonna bother me too bad. This pocket clip is very pronounced. It makes itself known right here. You see how it's sticking out right there? That part right there, most of the time, however I'm holding this knife, is making itself known. Now, if I'm holding it by the handle and I'm not choked up a little bit, that is kind of a hot spot for me. The way it hits my hand, you can see right there. If I'm gonna bear down and do a push cut from this grip right here, that clip is digging into my hand. So that is not something I particularly enjoy. Now, when I choke up, then the pocket clip comes on the outside of my palm, then it doesn't bother me. So that's gonna be a thing. It's gonna matter the size of your hand. I would say that if you have a smaller or a medium sized hand, that this pocket clip is not gonna be as much of an issue because it's going to pass your palm. It's nice when it passes your palm, but it's in the hammer grip like this, it's not bad. Now check this out. When I put it in my left hand and I hold it like this and the clip is on this side, that is very comfortable. I could even see making this a pocket dropper and taking that clip off, because without the clip, the ergonomics, that's how I like a knife to feel in my hand. I don't like the pocket clip poking at me. This dude right here, it's kind of poking up a little bit. Doesn't really bother me in the hammer grip on the right hand, but I did want to mention that that is something to take into consideration, is that bad boy right there. I wouldn't call it a deal breaker, but it is something to take into consideration. And then, you know, as far as replacing, you could probably put a titanium clip on there. I don't know if that would make a difference, but I'm sure a CIVIVI titanium clip would fit. So that might actually be the solution to the little issue. So this is the CIVIVI Vision FG. They run about 78, 79 bucks. The fancy version is around 99. And then this is the CIVIVI Sentinel Strike. Tell me, do you have a favorite? Do you like either one of them? Do you like both of them? Tell me in the comments. And if you like or enjoy my content, make sure you give me a thumbs up. It helps support the channel. And until I see you again, go watch this video. You'll really enjoy that. And I'll see you in the chats and the live streams and at the Hive stream here on Friday nights. So remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.